and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2019 season. So we have been playing this Xerneas Groundon team the past week or so, and we're going to finish up with it this week. It's been really fun to play with. We're going to continue on with it today. So it is, just to recap, is Xerneas, Smeargle, Groudon, Incineroar, Bronzong, and Tapu Koko. If you've missed any of the episodes from earlier this week or from last week, go back and check them out. There'll be a link in this corner here, somewhere like that. So, without further ado, let's jump on to the battle spotlight and find some opponents. So, as always, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with all of the guides that we've got coming out for the Sun series at the minute, and all of the VGC content that we have as well. So, we'll be doing a lot of battling and streaming. We'll be starting next week over on our Twitch channel, so make sure you stay peeled. Follow me on Twitter for announcements on that, and make sure that you do follow on Twitter. But we have our first opponent of the day, playing a team of Duskmane Necrozma. What is that thing? It's like Bonelby, is it? It's not. It's the pre-evolution. It's the evolution of that. Whatever it is. It's a rabbit. It's a ground normal type. I can't remember for the life of me its name. And then you've got Greninja, you've got Decidueye, Tyranitar, and Yveltal. So, looking at this team, Xerneas does alright, doesn't it? Outside of the Duskmane Necrozma. So if we can get the Duskmane Necrozma out of the way, then we're in a pretty nice place, really, aren't we? So, do we go? What do we do? Do we want Trick Room here? I don't know if we do want Trick Room. The Decidueye and the Greninja obviously threaten a Groudon as well as Yveltal. But other than that, we can kind of do some work, I guess. Hypnosis is like, the Trick Room is going to be hard to get off with the Yveltal, but we could go with Incineroar. I think I might drop the Trick Room for this matchup. Primarily, like, I think Incineroar Groudon leads not bad. We definitely want Xerneas, and I think I probably will bring Smeargle as well. Oh, I'm questioning it, but we'll go with it anyway, and we'll see how we get on. I think we should be alright. Like, the Duskmane Necrozma feels like it wants to probably set up Trick Room, and if that's the case, then I don't mind that, because Groudon loves the Trick Room. Incineroar doesn't mind it either. The Intimidate's going to be really nice, important for things like Yveltal, Tyranitar, the Decidueye possibly, and definitely that Duskmane Necrozma, so, and the rabbit, whatever it's called. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute. So we see Decidueye and Greninja. I wonder if it's like a pledge combination team. Could well be, couldn't it? We will get the sun up, so that's nice. We've got to be fearing the Ice Beam from the Greninja, 100%. That's like one thing we have to worry about. I'm kind of tempted to just Flare Blitz straight into the Decidueye, if I'm like honest, just to get rid of it, and maybe just protect with Groudon here. My opponent's got to be fearing the Fake Out. I don't think they protect the Decidueye because of its part Ghost typing. Greninja does protect, so that's fine. But I wonder if the Decidueye has like Sash. But we'll just play it safe and see what happens. We get the KO here. Oh, Decidueye just protects all around. So we know nothing's scarfed, which is nice. And they're protecting on our protect and the Fake Out, really. So, I think this time I will go for what they've got on the back that switches in nicely for. I mean, they could switch in Tyranitar for sure. It might be good just knocking off the Decidueye and then bringing in, I guess, we could bring in Xerneas here. I really need to protect Groudon because the Duskmane Necrozma is going to be like lurking, I think, in the back. So that's something that we're going to need to keep Groudon for later in the game. I don't feel like Incineroar's too threatened here. We're going to see Water Pledge, and then it's going to be a Grass Pledge come out. It's going to be into the Xerneas. It will slow us down. Oh, and it does a chunk of damage. There's the Swamp. So we see Life Orb as well. We will be able to pick up the KO there though, which is nice. And it was a pledge, as we expected. But I mean, it's pretty obvious really when both starters kind of lead like that. But it means we do get to keep our... Okay, so Diggersby, that's the one, the rabbit. Okay, so I think we've got to preserve our Intimidate, and I'm gonna just bring in Smeargle, protect Xerneas here. I'd expect the Greninja, if it's got a poison type attack, to maybe go for that into the Xerneas now. Diggersby, it could be Scarfed. And it has huge power, so it is pretty threatening. We need to try and get an Intimidate onto it. It's going to be difficult to deal with, especially with the marsh up on the field. It slows us down, like cuts our speed in half by 2, so it means everything on our side is going to be like super slow. Kind of makes me feel like now the Trick Room would have been a good option. Greninja just going for the Protect again. I wonder if we're just going to see an Earthquake come out from this Diggersby. But we'll Protect with Xerneas. See, Diggersby goes for an Earthquake. Okay. Wonder if Xerneas can take an attack from Greninja. Because we've got access to the Fake Out now. But it's whether or not we can potentially take an attack from Greninja with Xerneas. I think we're bulky enough too. There's no Life Orb there. So if we can get the Geomancy off and then Protect again, and then get Incineroar in when we sack Smeargle, the Fake Out, we might be able to stall out this Marsh and then start doing stuff with Xerneas. But at the same time, you've got to worry that third Pokemon in the back is the Dustman Necrozma. So there's the Fake Out. Okay. Diggersby, Dark Pulse. Alright, that is going to be into Smeargle, I would imagine. Okay, so it means we get a free Geomancy up. For free! Well, it's not so much for free, is it? Because, unfortunately, we lose our Smeargle. But it is going to mean that we can get Incineroar in now, and we can Fake Out the Diggersby in. Ooh. Like Dazzle. Okay, so Incineroar, come to the field, do your thing, intimidate the foe. So we'll get the Intimidate onto the Diggersby, which is like super important. The Greninja's -2 as well now, so even if it has Gunk Shot, I think it would have revealed it before now. Oh, we see a White Herb on that Diggersby, so that's interesting. We can Fake it out now, and like I say, I'm just going to Dazzle. I don't think it'll be enough to take down the Diggersby, but it'll be enough to take down the Greninja. We won't outspeed it though, and it might be sashed as well. You've got to imagine it probably is sashed. So, Greninja protecting, we do not mind that at all. Because at this point in time, we're just kind of... Oh, Diggersby protecting as well. Okay. Big Protects coming out all around. And I think we got one more turn of the marsh. So the sunlight fades away. Swamp has disappeared. Excellent. So we can Moonblast that Diggersby, which is the big thing. And I think what I'll do is go for a knockoff into the Greninja. And I'm going to just Moonblast the Diggersby to get rid of it. It's such a threat as well with the huge power. We just want to make sure that we are getting rid of it. And I just want to chip the Greninja, because if we suspect it is sashed, then getting rid of that sash is going to be nice. So it's in Dazzle range. So there's the Diggersby gone. We knew it had the White Herb, so we weren't worried about anything else. Water Pledge coming out. Where is it going? Into the Incineroar, probably. Do some damage here. That's fine. We take that. Get the knockoff. What is it? Is it sash? It is sash. Okay. No. Was it Necrozma? It is Duskmane Necrozma. Alright, there's a Trick Room go up here. I wonder. I feel like protecting, I feel like switching out Incineroar into Groudon and just protecting Xerneas. Because I feel like the Greninja probably protects here. Or does it? Or does it? Because we could just knock off. But the Intimidate is so useful. I'm going to switch into Groudon, and I think I'm going to... Am I going to Dazzle, or am I going to Protect? Tick-tock, Lee, let's think. I'll protect. I feel like the Greninja protects here. And the Duskmane Necrozma goes for the Xerneas. So there's our protect. Greninja just water pledging. We could have dazzled. I think the Trick Room's coming out, isn't it? Trick Room. Sunsteel Strike? No, okay. We're alright now, really. Are we though? Are we really alright? I don't think we are. Okay, we Precipice Blades and we just dazzle. The Greninja probably protects here. But the thing is, we get decent damage onto the Necrozma regardless. It's just a worry if it's weakness policy or not. Because that's what you got to worry about. But if it is, we'll be able to... be able to get some good chip onto it at least. So let's see what my opponent decides to do. There's the protect. It's finally coming out. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, we'd probably be better just moonblasting into the Necrozma, to be honest. Looks like Trick Room's coming out. Unless it is just minimum speed. Is it weakness policy? No? Okay, we just outspeed it. So, I mean, next turn we just get Incineroar in. We fake out the Greninja and we Precipice Blades. And we win. Because we outspeed the Necrozma, so that's fine. So, come on, DS, work. Here we go. Right, like I say, it's just going to be a case of faking out the Greninja. Get that all important Intimidate as well. And it's all about just our Precipice hitting here. We've had some episodes already this week with Precipice Blades being a bit annoying and missing. But I spoke to Groudon last night and he agreed that he would make sure that he's going to hit every single one from now on this week. The Necrozma protecting makes sense. Makes sense. Got to fake out. Oh! Incineroar's like, you're not kicking it out, you're not taking it out. It's my job. So we get a crit there, so that's pretty crazy. And then we've just got the Necrozma to deal with, so we'll just Fire Punch. We don't even need to risk it, do we? And just go for a knockoff as well, but this is game. And my opponent just forfeits, so very good game to my opponent, and it's a nice game to kind of kick us off. Seeing a lot of Duskmane and Necrozma at the minute, aren't we? But like Groudon does such a good job against it as well, and Intimidate's really annoying for it. It's not like Solgaleo where you've got the full metal body ability that stops any Intimidate abuse onto you. You are prone to Intimidate like most other things with Duskmane and Necrozma, even though you are a bit slower, a bit more bulkier, and you're more versatile in Trick Room. I don't know which ones I prefer, to be honest. I haven't really played much of Solgaleo yet. I do like the look of it. It's kind of like just a slow Metagross, isn't it? Mega Metagross. But the Duskmane Necrozma does appeal to me a lot. I like the option that you've got there with the Trick Room as well. but you lose a lot of other options as well. Like Solgaleo gets access to Flare Blitz as well, so that's kind of nice, isn't it? Right, we'll look for our next opponent. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully Battle Spot is on point and we can get on with this show. But as I was saying in our last episode, I do think that our next team will be based around Kyogre and Yveltal. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. But that's where I'm kind of like, that's where I'm kind of leaning at the minute. Yveltal, Kyogre. I really like that combination. I think it's very strong. It's a little different from what we're using at the minute as well, so it'll be nice to play and play some more kind of standardy stuff. Or if you'd like to see some Duskmane Necrozma as well, but remember that we do have streams coming out as well, so with the streams I'll be playing a lot more teams on there as well, so it's not like we're just tied to one team for the whole entirety of this period. We've got our next opponent anyway, finally. It took forever, didn't it? Kyogre, Duskmane Necrozma again. Tapu Koko, Incineroar, Tapu Lele and Amoonguss. So double Tapus. Got the Rain Mode, the Necrozma, you've got the Incineroar, the Amoonguss. Trick Room, gonna be good here for us for sure. Do we bring? Like Xerneas is like really good for us, like in general, outside of the Necrozma and the Amoonguss. But Groudon deals with them super nice, so I think Groudon's something I want to keep in the back potentially. I'm kind of tempted just to go Xerneas Smeargle with Groudon, and do I want Koko? No, I don't think I want Koko up front because I feel like the Lele will come out. It's whether I want Incineroar over Smeargle. But Smeargle's always nice for the option to just transform into things, isn't it, as well? I'm going to go Koko for this one. We're not going to bring a Trick Room either. I think we can do alright without it. So let's see how we get on. Good luck to my opponent. Your eyes shut, looking all calm before our match. Right, let's see. What are we going to see? Necrozma, Tapu Koko. Okay. Xerneas and Smeargle. Oh, nice. Okay. The thing is, we don't want to bring in Groudon before the Kyogre makes its appearance. That's a big thing. Do we transform into Duskmane Necrozma? Kind of tempted to do that. I really like the idea of that. I feel like the Koko probably Volt Switches here. Let's go into our own Koko and let's... Thing is, Koko's likely to go into Smeargle. I'm just going to spike your shield. I am going to spike your shield. Like, the better switch here would be bringing Groudon in, and the Necrozma is probably going to Trick Room. And the Koko probably Volt Switches out into Kyogre. But that's Thunderbolting. Okay, that's fine. Sunsteel Strike. You know, I remember like at the start of this week when we started playing all of these Duskmane Necrozmas, and it's like, this animation's cool. Getting real tired of it already. Okay, so we're gonna get Thunderbolted regardless. I feel like Electro Web here is an option, and Groudon in for Smeargle. We need to keep Smeargle. We're probably gonna lose Koko. And I think not bringing Incineroar here was a mistake. Because we need the Intimidate for this Necrozma. And we're doing what we said we didn't want to do by bringing the Groudon in before the Kyogre comes in. which is not ideal. There's Volt Switch. It's into our Coco. Kyogre is going to come in 100% now. We see it is Life Orb. But I mean, if Coco takes this turn, and it is Scarf Kyogre, we will outspeed it. So we can do like a pivot thing, as long as Trick Room doesn't go up here. Because the Electro Web, as long as it does hit, it kind of cancels out the Scarf, which is nice. So we reduce the speed. Please don't Trick Room. No! Of course, the Trick Room's on the turn that we do that. Oh. Oh, we have to sack Coco now. And let's bring in Smeargle. Now, like, Groudon's not going to outspeed these, I don't think, under Trick Room. Sunsteel Strike into... Please be into Coco, because then Smeargle survives on his Sash. And then we don't automatically just lose the Weather Wall by them switching out. Okay. Water Spout. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Groudon. Right, okay, I feel like we probably... How many turns of Trick Room have we got? 3. Sword Stance we got 2. It's easy to play around. I don't think we do Sword Stance. I think we just Precipice and... we could transform into whatever the Kyogre switches out to. That might be an idea, but then if the Kyogre doesn't switch out, then we're in a lot of trouble doing that. So it's kind of risky at the same time, and we could just fake out the Necrozma and just Precipice Blades. I think, yeah, the Kyogre switches to, like, okay, to Incineroar, and then Necrozma probably protects him. Okay, no Protect. That's... I kind of don't mind that too much. Unless this Necrozma has weakness policy and it's kind of banking on this to get the boosts. Oh, we get the Incineroar. Crit, okay. No weakness policy on the Necrozma, but again, it's given the free switch into the Kyogre. But I feel like we underspeed it now. Maybe what we could do... This is so tricky. We need to get Groudon out. We're going to take a Water Spout, a big Water Spout. We have to bring in Xerneas, and we have to, I think, just spike his shield with Smeargle. But I feel like the double up will come into that Groudon slot, so it's likely we lose Xerneas here, because the Water Spout spread will just take out Smeargle anyway. Oh, it's actually into the Smeargle. Okay, I definitely don't agree with that, because now Xerneas will take this. Yeah. Now we're into the last turn of Trick Room. So we'll protect Xerneas for sure, and we'll bring in Groudon. If my opponent's smart here, they switch the Kyogre straight back out. But it might be Scarfed, so they might want to keep it in to take advantage when the Trick Room ends. But who knows? We're in a real tight spot though, like... Okay, Necrozma switching out. Tapu Koko coming in. Okay. So Groudon's going to take a water spout. It should do around 40%. Kyogre's chipped. Yeah, that's alright. That's fine. Okay, so the dimensions turn back to normal. Do we just attack the Kyogre? I feel like the Kyogre is probably faster. Let's sack Smeargle. And let's go Precipice. And hope. And pray. So if that Kyogre's locked into Water Spout. Okay. Oh no, this is going to be single target damage. We should take this. We should still take this, and this should just proc our berry. But then we should. Oh, we're actually outspeeding the Kyogre. So it's not locked into Water Spout, or unless it's like Specs. Oh, it's got Ice Beam, so it's not choice locked. It's actually slower than our Groudon. Oh, and it takes us down, and we. Oh, come on, give me a break. Critical hit. Like, we take that all day long, I think. Because then it just procs up Berry, and then we outspeed both Necrozma and Kyogre. Because we know from earlier in the match. And then we could Precipice and win. So that is... That's super annoying. It's just Moonblast. I mean, we can just click buttons now. What can you do, eh? What can you do? Unless this is crit, then we can still win. No. Ice Beam. Sunsteel strike again. Oh man, I'm really annoyed by that crit. That is annoying. That's just taking the game from us. How dare you? But good game to my opponent. It was a tricky game. One I feel we could have won. We got ourselves into the position to win. But the game is cruel sometimes, so you can't always have things going your way. Otherwise it wouldn't be Pokemon, would it? People, that's why we play, because we love this amazing game. It's so good. But no, seriously, on a serious note, we got ourselves into a nice position here to win it, and I think we're taking the Ice Beam. Let me just check. Like, the Ice Beam, that Kyogre was hitting pretty hard, but we know it wasn't Specs, we know it wasn't Life Orb. Let's just check before we end this video. I'm just going to go on my good old damage calculator here, and let's go good old Kyogre, pop you in there. Okay. And what are we? I think we're sassy, aren't we? 2-1-2. Okay, we had around 60% health, I'm sure. So Ice Beam to us from a modest max Kyogre. Ice Beam does 49 to 57%. So I'm pretty sure without the crit, we take that. Then we KO with Precipice. Or we just do damage, regardless, whatever. And then Necrozma comes in, we just beat it. So yes, we would have done it. But never mind. As I say, the game is cruel. It can act like this sometimes. It's very selfish and things like that. But I'm not going to go on about it because we're nearly at the 30-minute mark and I need to end it before then. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Stay tuned for another episode very soon. Make sure you do leave a like if you've enjoyed today's episode. Leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So take care of yourselves, and until next time, guys, take care and bye-bye.